If you are a returning viewer from a previous Cognizant interview and preparation strategies video, thank you so much for making it a huge success. If you have subscribed to my channel, welcome to my family. I am not going to compromise in any manner and my content is going to be useful for you in every aspect possible. This video is specifically focused on various issues and problems that have arisen in the CTS interview procedure, and I am going to clarify the students of whatever problems they have asked me both in the comment section and whoever has mailed me the issues. I am going to clarify each one of those. If your problem is not in this explained video, you can just comment your problem in the comment box and I will just reply whatever information I have, or else I will try to procure the information from the suitable sources and I will reply suitably. Hi everyone, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Vivek and I host this channel. I am a 21 undergraduate from Vellore Institute of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering, and I make various preparation videos and various education videos on my channel which are completely going to help a student in every aspect possible. I have a Masters Abroad series on my channel and I also have placement preparation series. If you are interested to watch various other series from my perspective or from my explanation, you can just check out my channel. So why delay, let's go right into the video and I am going to explain you whatever difficulties, problems or students whatever they have faced in their CTS filtration process or CTS interview experience and also related to CTS results. I am going to explain everything and it is going to clarify each and every doubt you had in the Cognizant interview procedure. If I missed any one of the doubt you had, you can just comment those below and I am going to reply each and every one of those. So why delay, let's dive in right into the video. The first question is, should we mention any core projects in our resume that we are submitting in the superset, or shouldn't we mention anything because it is an IT related company, right? So absolutely you need to mention core related projects. If you have done any, don't just bluff or don't create wrong projects whatever you have not done. But if you have done any projects, feel free to mention, it is not going to be an issue at all. But whatever projects you have done, you should have technical aspects or technical information of whatever you have done, and you should have a clear idea of what is the role of a project. For example, if you have done a project and it is a group of 5 members, if the group has mechanical, computers and ECE students, etc., you should be clear and you should mention whatever work you have done as an ECE student in that project. This is going to help you in every aspect possible in the interview. Also, if you write projects or if you write internships in the resume, it is going to absolutely help because half of the interview is usually going to cover this part and interviewer expects you to explain whatever technical stuff you have or whatever content you have, and this is going to be very important. So remember the point, whatever you mentioned, do prepare whatever content is related to that, the background information, and do mention, don't skip whatever projects you have done. The next question is going to be, if I didn't get my HR interview mail yet and I have completed my technical interview, what should I do? Is it a problem or am I rejected? Absolutely not. If you haven't got your HR interview yet, that is HR interview mail yet, you shouldn't be worried or you need not be worried in any manner, because it is not that you are rejected, it is because there are a lot of students currently giving their interviews related to Cognizant, because it has introduced a lot of levels, and that is Gen Z, Gen Z Next, etc. The company is interviewing a lot of people and the mailing procedure would get delayed, right? So currently students are receiving a couple of days afterwards and they are going to have their HR interview a week after the technical interview. So you need not worry in any aspect, or you shouldn't have any tension in this. Instead, try to get experience from other students who have attended their HR interview. That will be absolutely be helpful in your interview preparation as well. The next question is going to be the most common question ever asked by every student. They are usually going to prepare a resume common for every company, and again they upload that in the superset, and in the end they usually ask for, can I edit my resume or can I change my resume just before the interview? And the answer is, I would recommend you not to change the resume just before your interview, because in my experience, according to my own interview, I changed my resume on the superset, but my older resume was in the with the interviewer. The newer resume wasn't updated yet, and he wasn't having my newer resume. So this is the problem. This is a software problem. We cannot do anything with that. Instead, whatever in resume is there, don't try to change it, because it creates a confusion of what resume you have uploaded on the portal or whatever the interviewer is going to have, because first you have older resume and the second you have uploaded the newer resume. So how can you be so clear that the interviewer has a newer resume? And one solution for this is you can try contacting Superset officials, and they are going to provide you a solution for this. I can leave email ID below in the comment section or in the description. You can just reach out to them. Second one is, please, before the interview starts, once you get into with the interviewer face to face, try to ask him if your resume is updated, or whatever resume he has is the updated one. This is going to help definitely. And don't try to update the resume just before the interview, 1 day or 2 days before. If it isn't uploaded or if it isn't updated, it is going to just create a confusion. So I feel this problem is resolved. Let's go to the next one. Another question is PAN card compulsory for the interview? And if I don't have PAN card, what is going to be? Are they going to reject me? Are they not going to accept me, etc.? This is not a point to worry at all. If you have PAN card, show them your PAN card. If you don't have PAN card, you start preparing it, you can apply it, you'll just get it in a week. This is because every IT company needs a PAN card in the application procedure, or after joining they will ask you for a PAN card. So apply it immediately. Today or tomorrow you are going to need it. And if you don't have PAN card, you can show them your passport. If you don't have passport, you can show them Aadhaar card, or you can just ask them for whatever they want. Even sometimes they accept college ID card as well if you don't have any of the other documents. So do not worry about this. Instead, worry on applying the PAN card as soon as possible, because it is a very important document, especially for IT companies, and they require it for salary purposes or for joining purposes, for verification purposes, etc. Try to apply for that, and you need not worry about verification. The next question is going to be, the Superset portal has a lot of bugs in it. The Superset compiler has a lot of bugs in it, and I am not able to compile my program. So if I don't write a program without errors or without bugs, am I going to be selected? Or if I don't write a program, am I going to be rejected? No, it is not at all like that. If you are not able to write your program correctly, or if you have errors in the program whatever you are going to write, instead try to explain the interviewer whenever you are writing, or during the writing procedure itself. Explain him the pseudocode or whatever logics you are thinking. Explain him and ask him if this is correct, or explain him your logics. He is going to respond, and accordingly simultaneously you can try to attempt to write the code as well. If it doesn't work, as in my case it didn't work, but I did get an offer, right? So that is completely irrelevant. So instead try to explain him the pseudocode, try to explain him the logic. That is very important. Compilation is not that important, and this is one important factor to note. One more important question is going to be, are they going to ask any logical or thinking questions in the interview, or are they just going to ask technical questions? No, they are going to ask logical questions. They are going to ask quantitative questions in the interview. You should have a pen and paper with you during the time of the interview. That is one thing. And how we should prepare. So whatever you have prepared for your written test, or the AMCAT platform test, whichever you have had for the Cognizant, that syllabus is going to be quite enough. And apart from that, spontaneous thinking is very important. And in my case, I feel this was the one of the important aspects which made me get an offer, because they are going to ask few questions which are more kind of spontaneous. You may be practicing logical questions that may improve your thinking skills, but spontaneity comes with practice, right? And the spontaneity is very important in Cognizant interview. You should try to prepare in every aspect possible for whatever questions they are going to ask, and try to answer them in the best possible way. This is one important problem to be solved. One more important thing is getting the offer letter from the company. This is one very important problem, and many students face it, because even last year students whoever have completed the internship, not everybody have received an offer letter yet. So you are next year, right? You have 1 year gap, and how can you expect an offer letter before them? So few students are going to face an issue of offer letter as well. Last year students itself, still many haven't got their offer letter yet. They have completed their internship of that is about 5 to 6 months, and still they haven't got their offer letter yet. So if you have completed your HR interview and you are expecting an offer letter, don't hurry up or don't get tensed. You are going to get your offer letter. Please be patient, and that you are surely going to get a reply from the company. Keep checking your Superset portal, and also your email address as well. they are going to reach out to you in either of the way. And that's it. This problem is one important thing to be noted. Another question is going to be, are they going to ask you to share your resume during the time of the interview? No, they are not going to ask you to share your resume during the time of the interview. They are going to access the resume whatever you have uploaded in the Superset portal, and from that they are going to ask whatever technical questions are there or whatever projects are there. They are going to refer from that. They aren't going to ask you, they are not going to ask you from the directly from uploading in the chat during the interview. They are not going to do that. Usually other IT companies do that as well, but here they are not going to do that. So just avoid the point that they might be going to ask you to upload the resume during the interview. Instead, whatever you need to have, identity proof is one important thing you need to have during the interview, and this they are going to verify. So keep this point in mind as well. Another question frequently asked by various students is that, are projects really mandatory? If I haven't done any projects or if I haven't done any internships and my resume is quite empty, are they going to select me? Is this going to affect your selection procedure? I would say indirectly it would affect, but directly it is not going to affect in any manner. Indirectly, how it is going to affect? Usually, if interview is going to be for 10 to 15 minutes roughly for every student, in the 10 to 15 minutes, mostly for all the IT companies, half of the time or even more if they are lucky, they are going to ask you from the resume. They are going to ask you internship questions, they are going to ask you project questions, and they are going to see how you are suitable as a student or as a corporate guy who are transformed later in their company. Are you going to play an important role in their company? And these are some of the factors they consider during selection. So if your resume is empty, this is going to show a negative kind of impression, right? So this is one important thing to note. But if you do not have much of content in the resume, you need not worry at all. Whatever logical questions or whatever technical questions they ask in the interview, may it be coding or may it be related to your core field, you need to be spontaneous, you need to answer everything correctly, and that is going to help you in every manner. So do not worry about that if projects are compulsory, they are going to get you a job. This is not at all like that, and just remove this thought from your mind and have your interview focused. So I feel most of the doubts are clear, and here I am going to give the last minute tips for the students. If you have completed your HR interview and you are waiting for your result, please be patient. Your friends might have got their offer letter before you, or you might get before them. So either of you need not worry in this case, because IT companies aren't going to work as all other companies. They usually recruit based on the company requirement, the project requirements. So if you get your reply fast from the company, that is not a matter of happiness, because you need to focus on the final year of the bachelor's, and apart from that, simultaneously you need to start the work as soon as possible. So that is going to be a tension as well. So instead, focus on what are the projects you need to focus in the company, maybe what are the concepts you need to refresh before you go into the company. Of course they are going to give you a training and everything, but maybe you can improve yourself in logical thinking, maybe you can improve yourself in coding aspects. So try to focus on these things. Of course this is going to improve, and this is going to help your profile grow in a company much faster. And apart from that, if you are going to attend the interview now and you are waiting for the interview, I would say two main important concepts. First one, stay spontaneous, and whatever questions they ask, instead of not answering them, try to answer whatever is possible. And if you do not know the answer, please be sure to mention some statements like, I would be happy to learn, or whatever concepts you know from that manner. Though you might not know the complete answer, try to explain or try to speak something out. That is your last chance, and you need to present yourself, right? So try to speak out, and this is one important tip. Use it properly in the interview. Don't just stay calm if you do not know the answer. Second one is going to be confident. If you do not know the answer, or if you know the answer, please be confident. Please speak out whatever is possible, and try to answer differently. Not routine answers, or not every person is going to answer in a routine manner. So try to think or try to answer the problems in every aspect possible. I will give you a small example. In my interview, they asked me, if you want to create a mobile application or a mobile app, how would you create? What is the specialty you would invent, or what is the specialty you would add into the feature so that it would make you unique? It is going to be a unique selling point. And I answered it because that day morning I had a small issue with my clothes. So I had that thought in my mind running. I answered that I would create an application which would select a suitable pair of shirt and pant, and according to the colors it would create a suitable pair, so that I don't need to waste my time selecting my clothes. This was what impressed my interviewer. And so you need to think in these aspects. I explained this because you need to think in such aspects. You need to answer spontaneously, you need to be confident, you need to know the technical aspects of whatever work you have done in your bachelor's, you need to know whatever courses you have done in your bachelor's. Everything is important and everything is going to help you in every possible manner. If your doubt is not clarified here, or if you want much more concepts or much more focused videos on some specific topic, do comment whatever content you want. I will be happy to help you, and I will make content in every possible manner. Thank you so much for staying so long. This is Vivek signing off. Stay safe, stay informative. Bye bye.